Hello, The Singing Sands, episode 2 of Marco Polo. And this is an odd one. After I enjoyed the last one so much, this one felt a little bit flat, which may have something to do with my overall mood and the overall mood of the house pre-Christmas and the usual panics and worries that relate to that. However, I think there may be a more fundamental reason, and that is William Hartnell in this episode, or not, as the case may be, in order to fully convey to you why this may be the problem that we're faced with. I am going to do a visual representation of the 24 minutes condensed into about 20 seconds ish. Okay, so from here on in, I am William Hartnell in episode 2 of Marco Polo, The Singing Sands. I become the character. Diddle-dum, diddle-dum. Right? Okay. What do you mean no water? And that's it. Which is bizarre. I genuinely thought that it was one of those week holidays that the characters generally regularly had. I know Doctor Who, but no, there he appears at the end, and there's a reason for it, I'm sure. And if I could be bothered and had the time and didn't have to go and prep the kitchen again and do all the various things, I would look it up. Not that it makes any difference to how I perceived the episode, because he wasn't there, apart from then where he did that. So, there's a real disappointment, because Hartnell really started to come into his own as the Doctor last week, and he wasn't there. So what do we end up with? We end up with two mini episodes, I suppose. The first mini episode is the titular Singing Sands, which is a sandstorm where Ping Chow and Susan go out and they get lost in a sandstorm, and then, of all people, Tigana saves them. Now, reconstruction problem. I find it very hard to know what's going on. The intricacies of whether or not Tigana is poisoning people, not poisoning people, whatever else, it just becomes rather difficult to tell, even with the helpful little captions that Luce Cannon has thrown in for us. We had Ian playing chess, some close-ups of some chess pieces. It's very hard to follow the game. They didn't provide a breakdown Queen to King's Pawn 5 or any of that. And I presume that Marco Polo won. And then quite a lot of screaming when the sandstorm starts, and everybody realizes that Susan and Ping Chow are out in the melee. What was very nice was the sound effect. I mean, the camera stills are very unhelpful. And to be frank, if you saw it as was originally shown, we may not have enjoyed it. It might have just looked a right mess. But the sound effects are incredible for an episode that is a historical episode, and that eschews all sci-fi elements. The sound of the sandstorm was incredible and incredibly engaging. Downside was, couldn't really tell what anybody was saying. So we got that, and then we got all the water's been stabbed, the water gourds, and Tigana, I presume, did that, which was a better plan all round than poisoning people, as far as I could see. And then everybody runs the risk of dehydration and death. And the end of the episode is, and Tigana's a bad guy. We already knew that, thank you very much, but it's very kind of you to reiterate it for us. So it was a bit of an odd one. Maybe it's my mood, maybe it's the reconstruction element of it. I definitely think that Hartnell disappearing for reasons as yet unknown, although I will find out, as can you, dear listener, should you be bothered, go and investigate that yourselves. But yeah, just an odd one, bit of a letdown, and one would hope that. Of course, hold on. Let's just step back. A couple of flaws. The TARDIS is broken down. Okay, you got no water aboard the TARDIS. This ship's entirely bigger on the inside than the out. Okay, I'm not entirely sure about that. But there was a food machine that was dispensing water quite chirpily, even though the TARDIS was in the midst of a onrushing till the start of the universe. It feels a bit clumsy. Doctor's been locked inside the TARDIS again now. It all seems a bit slapdash. I'm only assuming that Hartnell has got a bit ill for whatever reason. I don't know. So really, all in all, I'm going to stop now because I can't sum things up better than I already have done with bits of paper scribbled on with a Peppa Pig pen. But we maintain. Let's see how we get on with the next one. Less sandstorms and more talking and interesting backstory and dialogue and things like that, please, sir. And more Hartnell. Although, let's be frank, it would seem very likely that Hartnell's not going to be in the next episode, which would be a bit of a downer because he's become a bit ace. Ah well, life goes on. See you soon. Bye bye.